win back shared experiences.
I got one!
In the zoo, a lion cub, just 2 months old, was nestled in a small tire playing with its paws. Just then, a strong adult male lion came. The first time the lion cub saw such a huge animal, it was scared to shrink in the corner and was afraid to move. But this monster, with an exploding head, was indeed getting closer and closer. What's going on? What would be the fate of the lion cub? When it comes to lions, we all must be familiar with it. The lions are the lord of the grassland. They have a strong and powerful body, sharp fangs and claws. Once the prey is targeted by them, it will rarely have the possibility of survival. But even they are the fierce beasts, their way of bringing up children is no different from ours. In the wild, when the lioness with children, it would always be careful when taking the lion cubs across the river. It would hold them in its mouth, afraid of wetting the lion cubs. The lion's father seems to be a bit arbitrary when it comes to taking the child with it, not paying any attention to how fast the cubs walk. It would go as fast as it can on its own, and it can't wait to leave the lion cub behind. But not all male lions are like this. Some of them show a full sense of responsibility. For example, the male lion in the following story loved its newborn lion cub so much, its gentle look really made people laugh. It happened in a zoo in Colorado, the United States. A male lion lived in this zoo. Recently a big event happened in its life, its wife pregnant, and gave birth to a very cute lion cub. The lion cub was isolated and cared for when it was born, except for the lioness, which had only staff by her side. Until it grew to a certain month before the zoo let the father lion come to visit its wife and child. This day, after 2 months, the father lion was finally allowed to visit its wife and child, which was the first time it saw its baby. The usually irascible father lion instantly became gentle. We could no longer see the grassland overlord's dominance from it, but a very kind father role. It lied in front of its son, puckered up high, lowered itself as much as possible, and greeted the lion cub. This was simply the lion which was most unlike the lion I have ever seen. The lion cub looked at this explosive head it had never seen before. It was a little overwhelmed for a while, scared to hide in the corner shivering, thinking why its mother did not take it along. Mommy, this lion is strange, why it has been staring at me. And at this time the lion's father looked in front of this soft and cute little guy, with a doting face, but seemed a bit unbelievable that this was its own child, carefully approaching the lion cub. "Oh, you are my son, you are really too cute. Come on, dear, call me daddy." This comical scene was really too funny. But I have to say, this dad is really too warm. There is such a responsible father. I think the lion cub will be very happy in the future. The lion cub grew very strong after the zoo staff's assessment. It could often interact with its father and exchange feelings. Every time the father lion saw the lion cub, it did not even want its own majesty, regardless of what the dignity of the king of all beasts was. It only knew to play with the child, looked in a super good mood. The king of beasts, cute like this look, was also very foul. I hope they can both live a healthy and happy life together in the future. Nowadays, with the change in people's thinking, more and more fathers are involved in the life of bringing up children. The baby daddy can be a very popular topic for people to discuss. The father is generally not as careful as the mother when they are with children. Because of their own negligence, they often let their babies get hurt. So there is a saying which is used to tease the baby daddy. Daddy with a baby as long as the child is alive. In fact, this situation is also reflected in many animals, like the following story of the father lion. Let's see how it actually brought up its child. In a zoo in Chicago, the United States, there was a lion family. The lion cub just learned to walk, which was still unstable, but the father lion was still like a child, did not grow up. It was naughty and played with the lion cub. The lion cub itself played well. When the male lion suddenly be crazy, it was playful to play with its son. Seeing the son who could not walk steadily, it went forward and began to bully the lion cub.